This is the Wild Berry Black Tea. I remember when I was sorting through the teas and getting ready to fill the advent calendar, I thought to myself that there were 2 berry teas, and I thought that was really strange, but now it makes total sense because the first one we had was an herbal infusion and this one is a black tea blend. This is a fine black tea with natural berries and wild berry flavor. Let's go ahead and give it a try. This one definitely has a tea flavor. It's got a really nice berry flavor as well. The berry flavor is more subtle than the herbal infusion that I had on day 1 of Vlogmas. I'm gonna get my empties sorted today. Here is the overview of all of the products I used in the past year. I'm feeling reassured by this because I think the overall volume of products is pretty similar to my annual haul. Here are the hair products. I used up a couple of the Atomy Herbal Hair Shampoo, and this here is the container for that Lush shampoo bar that my sisters got for me. Here are all the little sample sizes of shampoo. Because I ran out of shampoo this year and I didn't want to buy more, I ended up using all of our shampoo samples, which is amazing. I used up 2 of these hair serums from The Ordinary, this Batiste dry shampoo sample. I finally used up these 2 products. I probably bought this close to when I started on YouTube, which was over 10 years ago. Interestingly enough, this year I have no conditioner. I don't use conditioner on a regular basis, but we do get little samples and such from hotels, and I try to use them up by using them as shaving cream. But I guess I didn't do that very much this year, if at all. Next up, we've got all of my bath products. We used up a whole bunch of bar soap, 4 of these goat milk soaps, and these are the stickers that came off of some soaps that we bought that don't have outer packaging. So maybe I'll buy more of those just to cut down on garbage and waste in general. So we used up 6 full-size bar soaps of various brands, and we also used up 5 of these little bars of soap. In terms of shower gel and body wash, this is mostly me. So I used up 1 full-size product, and I didn't actually run out of body cleanser, but I really wanted to try to use up some of my samples, and I used up all of the ones that we had. This last product here is the Stress Release Bath Salt, and I have a lot of bath salts in my collection that I need to use up. Next up, we have body moisturizers. I finished this huge, almost 1 liter bottle of body lotion, my favorite one that I've repurchased. I also finished these 2 lotions with an honorable mention going to this one. The texture was amazing, the scent was amazing, everything about it was so good. When I started running out of body lotion this year, I decided I would try to use up these products because they have been in our bathroom cabinet for so long, and I'm finally done. As well, I used up all of these samples, which feels great. This is a hand cream that I used up, and then the rest of the products are the ones that I used to moisturize my hands and feet before going to bed. My favorite one is this one, and that's the one I repurchased for this year. We're moving into face products now. Let's start with the 6 sheet masks that I used up. The first 4 were from my friend. She included these in our holiday exchange from last year. I think I still might have a few remaining. She gave me a whole bunch. And then in terms of facial cleansers, I used up this, which is one of my favorite cleansing oils. It's the Tatcha brand one. This product was okay, I wouldn't repurchase it. These are 2 samples that I used up. I also used up 2 bottles of my favorite floral water. The majority of these are products that I used up by The Ordinary, 3 of the argireline solutions and 2 of the Matrixyl. I also used up 2 of the larger bottles, the 60 milliliter bottles of the niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. These 2 products here are chemical exfoliator type products that I used up. I used up 2 of these plant-derived hemisqualanes. I was using these as light facial oils, but I've read that they're more like serums. So I'm trying to switch how I use this product because they're not technically oils. I did use up 2 of these marula oils, which is my favorite. I used up 2 100 milliliter tubes of the natural moisturizing factors, and this is the only product that is not part of the Ordinary brand. These are the only makeup bits that I used up: 1 mascara, a little sample of the Benefit Sunbeam, and 1 Atomy lip glow. I also went through a few lip glosses, but I didn't put them in my empties because they weren't actually finished. I think I just ended up tossing them. So maybe for next year, instead of tossing them, I will put them in my empties so you can see how many lip glosses I went through. Unfortunately, I don't remember, but it probably would be around 2 or 3. Here are the lip balms I used up. There are 10 of them here, 10 full-size products, and there are also 2 lip balms that I'm very close to finishing. They're both Jack Black lip balms, but I'm trying to squeeze as much out as I possibly can, so I'm like bending it. I'm trying to shift the lip balm down. I don't really want to cut it open and apply it in that way like how I would my moisturizers, just because of the nature of this product. It goes on my lips, but I'm very close to finishing 2 more like this. These are the dental care products that I used up: 4 packages of dental flossers, and I only have 2 tubes of toothpaste here, but I'm quite sure we used more than this. I can never remember if I track dental care products for whatever reason, so I think I might have thrown out a couple of tubes instead of popping them into my empties. On average, I think hubby and I go through 4 of these tubes of toothpaste every year. These are my last random bits of empties. I finished these cotton swabs from Japan, 2 of these essential oils, and I want to mention that this is something that I bought when I was working full-time. I probably bought this somewhere between 2015 and 2018 when I was so stressed out at work and I needed something to calm me down, and I read that if you take a whiff of frankincense, that really helps. So I bought it and I just kept it at my desk, and every time I felt stressed out, I would open the bottle and take a whiff of it. Eventually I left my full-time job and I brought this with me. And what I do is every time I clean the bathroom, I put a few drops of essential oils on these lava rocks that I got from Iceland. This is a little sample from Fragonard that my boss at the writing studio actually brought back for me. It smells amazing. And it came on this like little wet nap, which was really interesting. I've never seen a fragrance sample like that. And then finally, I just used up this Dr. Bronner's soap. I had a lot of fun sorting through my empties, and I've got a few minutes before lunchtime, so I thought I would go ahead and do my puzzle. We are on day 4, which is right here. It feels so good to have my empties done. Every year I think to myself, maybe this is the last year I'll collect my empties. But then when I sort through the empties and I see all of the products that I used and I talk about them, it's neat to notice some patterns. So maybe I will continue with it for the time being. As you can see, I like puzzles. I like sorting the pieces. I like sorting through my products for my annual haul. I like sorting through my empties as well. I was really thinking that this year would be the last year because I do have a pretty good handle on how many products I use throughout the year, and I use Google Calendar to track it now as well. I don't think I actually need to see the empties to count them up to see like what I went through and what products I should repurchase or how many of each product I should repurchase. I've been tracking it for a few years now, so I do think I have a pretty good sense of it, but it was fun to go through all of my products. So I'll do it for another year and see how I feel next year. If you watched my previous Vlogmas episode, you will have seen that my friend and I sat here in this area of the living room to do our puzzles. If I were to do my 5,000 piece puzzle next year, this is one area where I could potentially do that. There is a glare from the overhead light, so sometimes I have to shift back and forth to actually see the puzzle itself. in terms of the image and the colors and all of that. The other thing I was thinking about was that I don't want to do the puzzle on this rug here, so I would likely move that out of the way. It's not as satisfying to click the pieces in on a soft surface. I think there needs to be some resistance, more so than this, because this definitely has a lot of give to it, so the pieces aren't as snappy. Another puzzle completed. The day 4 puzzle has a very cute little bird, and this one is quite loose as well, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick it up. Try like this. Sometimes it works if you do it quickly, but this time it did not work. All right, yay.
What is that on your nose? Is that tape? What is that? I can't tell what it is. Okay, you're a good girl. I have no idea what that is on Lulu's nose.
She's posing, so I give her a treat. And I will give her a treat, but I'm trying to figure out what that is. I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna try to get it off her. She doesn't like me picking at her face. Usually she lets Hubby, but Hubby's in the washroom right now.
Wait. I got it! I still don't know what it is. It's kind of like a stretchy piece of something. No, this isn't food. This was on her nose. The stretchy thing. It's not tape. I'm not quite sure what it is. Came off really easily though. I am so ready to taste the tea. I woke up in the middle of the night with a massive coughing fit yesterday. I think I choked on my saliva and I coughed for a very long time. It was very, very painful. And now my throat feels a bit raspy. I also had my night sweats yesterday because my period is starting this week and I'm just like cold and feeling all out of sorts. I think a warm beverage and lots of hydration is going to help me through the day, but I am gonna try to take it really easy today. I filmed a ton of clips yesterday, so I'm gonna keep today's Vlogmas clips very short and sweet, starting with this tea tasting, which is the Golden Ceylon, and the description is simply fine Ceylon black tea, so very simple and straightforward. Cheers! Doing. It smells like a Ceylon tea. I guess it would be like orange pekoe. The tea is still really hot because I kept the lid on. But let's go ahead and give it a try. You know what? I like this. It's got a really nice tea flavor. Sometimes I find if I'm steeping red rose or Tetley or even some like nice English breakfast teas, I find them really strong. They get strong very quickly and then the tannins get a little bit too much for me, but this is perfect. I steeped it for 3 minutes. That is on the higher end of how long I usually steep my tea. I usually just go for 2 minutes for green teas and black teas. I wish I could down this right now. I just feel very thirsty. Maybe I'll get something else to drink while this cools down a bit. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. And I'm glad, even though I've liked all of the flavor blends so far, I'm glad there is a tea that is just like plain black tea. That is very satisfying at times. It feels like a simple and basic day, so I think it was synchronicity that I got this tea today. It's giving me permission just to take it easy and not get too fancy. This has become one of the favorite parts of my day.
Door number 5 is right here. Really enjoyed today's puzzle. I think in terms of the puzzles, my favorites have been day 3 and now day 5. I realized that I haven't been consistent in actually showing you the finished puzzle. Sometimes I try to hold it up. Didn't work. I think I really enjoyed the day 3 puzzle because of the colors. There was a lot of blue in that one, if I remember correctly. And this one was fun because of the brick wall and the windows. I find those types of designs, brick walls and windows, are deceptively simple. So you think it's going to be really easy. And I find windows in particular very tricky in puzzles, but I always enjoy it, and it makes my brain work in different ways because I often have pieces upside down. So my idea of the way a window looks is, I think, very different from how they actually look. It just occurred to me that I may have dropped a piece when I was holding up the puzzle and the pieces were falling everywhere. I did take a quick look around, but rather than thinking about it and worrying about it, I'm just gonna do the puzzle again to make sure I have all the pieces. All the pieces are there, so I have peace of mind to put this away now. Hubby and I just finished eating dinner and we're about to have dessert. Today's advent calendar treat is this chocolate bar from DeMello in the gochujang flavor. We've had this for a long time, and I think the reason that it's still in our cupboard is because it is dark chocolate. I do really love unique flavors and spicy chocolate, but I don't love dark chocolate, so whenever we have dark chocolate, it's usually the last thing that's eaten, and it's usually when I've run out of all other sweets. I'm sure it'll be good, it's just not my first choice. So we are sharing this chocolate bar. Here is my half. As well, I've got some chocolate covered almonds and this dairy milk from either yesterday or the day before. I can't remember when we got this. This is 70% dark chocolate with gochujang, corn syrup, and canola oil. If this were milk chocolate, I would like it a lot better. It's not that spicy, but there are bits of gochujang in here, kind of like clumps, rather than it being perfectly mixed into the chocolate. So I've got a bit stuck in my teeth here, and I can taste a bit of the spice coming out of it. I went out for a walk with my friend yesterday. When I got home, hubby had already tried his coffee. I think he was almost done, and he said he liked yesterday's coffee. Was it as good as your favorite one?
No, my favorite one was still the second day.
Yesterday was...
It was good though. It was probably the second best one.
Hubby's been writing his notes about whether he likes the coffees on those little tasting cards. He has yet to try day 5, but I will show you what coffee he got, and then I'll let you know tomorrow what he thought of it. He did like the tea today, the Ceylon tea. I think that is going to be it for Vlogmas days 4 and 5. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!